Yeah. So this morning when I left my apartment, like I said, when I looked at my phone right before I left, it said 5:42 a.m. And then when I came out in the hallway, there was somebody closing their door. Like I didn't hear them before that. Like they're just sitting there with their door cracked open or something, waiting for me to walk out. And then right when I come out in the hallway, I hear a door closing. So like I expect like somebody's gonna walk out right after that or whatever, but they didn't though. But so like right when I came out of my apartment door, there's a door closing in the hallway. I think it was the pedophile guy. And then when I came back, he just had his door like cracked open, but he didn't do anything though. But it's probably a stalker thing, because they'll just always have their doors cracked open, and then they'll close it, and then sometimes they'll just have it open, and they don't do anything. But it's like to make me anticipate that they're going to. I think something like that. But I think it was him closing his door when I left, and then his door is open when I come back. And then also when I left, I walked by the laundry room in the hallway of my apartment building, and I just hear the washer, dryer, like they're turned off, but I just hear like this clicking sound coming out of the laundry room when I walk by. It's just like, it sounded like it was one of the machines. So I think that was right when I walked by. And then, and then I think there was like engine sounds right when I came outside, but there wasn't a lot of cars right when I came out. But then they came soon though, and then there was just nonstop cars the whole time I was outside. It's like nonstop. They'll give me like a 5-second break maybe, and then they come back. Or they're just making sounds, or there's a dog barking synced or whatever. I hear a truck beeping outside right now. It's probably synced. My one neighbor was coughing at lunch times last night. He was coughing this morning again. Like before I left my apartment. My other neighbor was like tapping on the walls again last night and like yesterday whenever they do that. They love to do that. The truck just stopped beeping right when I unplugged my phone and started walking across my apartment. The AC thing outside my apartment is turning on and off synced right now. What else? Yesterday at work, I forgot to mention this. Like when I get in the truck, this is like every time that I get in a car, they'll like sync with me getting in the car, and then they'll sync with me putting my seatbelt on. Like every time. So like if like the driver is getting in the car, they'll like get in right as I put my seatbelt on. Like they'll open their door right at that moment, or close their door right at that moment, or whatever. So that's like always happening. Like every time I get in the car, it's like they'll sync with me getting in the car, with the car driving by or whatever, and then they'll sync with me putting my seatbelt on. And then, and it's like they know the amount of time that it takes me to like after I get in and put my seatbelt on, like they know the like general amount of time that it takes to do that, you know. So like there'll just be a car driving by right when I put my seatbelt on, shit. So just every day, nonstop. You know, I went out really early this morning and it was nonstop. It was nonstop. Poking at my nervous system nonstop. It's like sometimes it like makes me feel like nauseous or like get a headache and shit. Like, cause it's just nonstop synchronizers, nonstop sounds, and nonstop shit. Except like there's a couple of times on my walk where like if I go to like a less busy street, it won't be nonstop for a while, but pretty much nonstop though. It'll be like 10 seconds at the most or whatever of complete quiet, and then they'll make like a quiet sound maybe or whatever. But then there's this car that it was a white SUV in a driveway when I walked by it, and they were like hitting their remote start, and it honks a bunch of times before it starts. So like I think it started like honking synced when I walked by the driveway or whatever, the edge of the driveway, and then like right when I walk by the car, it's starting. So it's like honk, 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 and then it starts. I see a bunch of stalker cars out my window. I think I hear a siren. Maybe not. Thought I heard a siren. They'll be here soon with the sirens. I'm sure they're not too far off with the sirens. My refrigerator's turning on synced right now. Do you hear it? So, I saw like these two people with dogs synced up this morning. Like, I think they were like standing talking to each other or something. And then like one goes in a building synced, and the other one's just like walking out in front of me on the sidewalk and walking up synced. Like walking the same direction I'm walking up the sidewalk in front of me, and then like turns at an intersection as I walk up to it. It's like slow. It was like walking slower, like slow in front of me, like strategically timed. Like they'll always do this thing where they're like walking in front of me, and then like I walk up to them like at an intersection or whatever. Like they're just walking slow to like time it to meet me there. And then they'll turn around. They'll be like, "Oh, sorry, you can go ahead," or whatever. Most of the time, she didn't say anything to me. She just like acted like I didn't exist. My shower is dripping. It was dripping in the sink this morning. But okay, well now I turned it all the way off and it's still dripping. Usually it stops dripping if I do that. Fuck. Is this a new thing? I turn my shower off as far as it'll go and it's still dripping. It usually stops dripping if I do that, but it drip sinks sometimes if I don't. But it's still dripping. And it started synced. And it was sinking before I left my apartment this morning too. It was dripping sink. Alright, stop dripping now. So this is fucked up, man. This is fucked up. Shout out to all the TIs out there, the real ones. Shout out to all the ones that ended up killing themselves or in jail or in a psych ward. Shout out to all the ones still pushing. We out here and we're being tortured constantly every day. So just putting the word out there again, we're being tortured constantly every day. A lot of people, or a few people out here. I don't know how many of us. I don't know how many of us there are. I just looked at the timer on the YouTube video and it said 11:13 A113. I don't know if there's like 5 of us out here or what, but we're being tortured constantly every day. So I'm just spreading the word and share the video. Spread the word. Like I get if people are like scared or whatever, but like we're all in this shit. Like even the stalkers are being targeted in a way. So like, share the video, please. Cause like me personally, this is just me personally. Like I was sharing gang stalking videos before I realized I was being gang stalked. I was sharing Yibo's gang stalking videos. Like I figured I was being gang stalked on some level, but like I didn't see all the synchronizers yet. But I was sharing the videos though. I was exposing it. And like, I don't know. It's just weird to like just get on here every day and just be like talking to a brick wall basically. Like, it's like hello. It's like we're like an animal in a zoo and there's like a bunch of children around us like poking at us and like taunting us and shit. And we're just stuck in the fucking cage in the zoo. And all the zookeepers are walking by chewing bubblegum. And it's like, bruh. Bunch of children driving by the lion cage throwing fucking pieces of candy at my head or whatever the fuck. Synchronized moments like fucking Chinese water torture, like fucking death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000,000 cuts or whatever it's called. So just like slow kill torture every day. So spread the word, share the video, vote for Illcat 2028, subscribe to Cat the Glitch, and subscribe to this channel. Share the videos, like the videos. Support the Cash App, the PayPal if you can. Support all the other targeted individual channels. The real ones. There's a lot of fake ones out there. There's a guy walking behind a truck at his parking sink with other cars driving by scenes. So I saw the guy on the bike that always has the orange coat. I saw him synced again this morning. He synced like every day, like every morning. Uh, but I usually see him at the coffee shop. Like he was on his way there this morning when I saw him. But he's always like hanging out by the coffee shop, and I think he's got like mental health issues or something, or like it seems that way. I don't know. But like he's always synced up, and he's like always like shoveling snow synced and like sweeping synced and like walking up synced. And here comes my neighbor walking up synced outside, and then he's gonna come in. He's gonna start coughing synced again, or whatever he's gonna do. I mean, coughing synced, or talking through the walls synced, or making banging sounds through the walls synced, or all of the above. Or he's just gonna make no sounds and there's gonna be complete quiet through the walls. But then later on tonight he's gonna be coughing synced again or whatever. But he's probably gonna come in the hallway and slam the door synced at least before he goes in his apartment. And he's probably gonna walk by my apartment synced, and then he's gonna go in his apartment synced or whatever. But then if I hear him through the walls, it's gonna be synced. If it's not, then I'm gonna hear nothing through the walls. It's gonna be nothing or sync. That's it. I see a bunch of sync mobiles. They're synced. I see about 5 billion sync parades a day, and they're all synced. On me, specifically. So I don't know if there's any other TIs in town, but all the sounds that I hear, and all the cars that I see, and all the sirens that I hear, and all the horns that I hear, and all the train horns that I hear, and all the planes that I see, or at least the ones that fly directly over my head, they're all synced. All the church bells that I hear, it's all synced. All the school buses I see, like the one I see right now that drove out when this car turned off in front of it as it drove through the intersection, that parked synced right before that. So synced up, stalkered up, terroristic activities out here, terroristic Gestapos, spread the word, they sync.